This is the channel where we talk to the athletes in combat sports, we break down fights, and we talk about the controversial takes in combat sports. As always, I'm the founder, the owner, the CEO, and the host, Sophia Foyer. But welcome to the Combat Talk Podcast. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Combat Talk Podcast. And as always, I'm your host, Sophia, and today we are starting an official new series for the podcast. We are going to be starting a new prediction series for the Dana White Contender Series. So, we're here for the first episode of it. Let's get into it. So, our first fight that we will be talking about is John Koonman versus Joe Cropshot at middleweight. Now, both of these guys play very similar games. And now, when I talk about that, you guys are like, what are you talking about? Well, they both have good striking. They both have good jiu-jitsu. So it's a matter of who's really going to tell us and show us they really want this opportunity and they really care. They want the opportunity as bad as the other guy, and they want to be in the UFC. Now, when we talk about the striking, who has better striking? Well, looking at my notes, if I have to be completely honest with you guys, it's going to be Joe. Joe is more of the striker than anything. Both of them have decent ground game, but if out of both of them, Joe is the one with the striking that I would trust. However, the ground game, I would give to John. But if I really have to pick for this fight, I think we'll go Joe Cropshot via KO in the first round. So, that's my pick. But remember, guys, the whole point of the Dana White Contender Series is to shoot your shot and make people want to watch your fights, and also show to Dana White why you want to be in the UFC, what you can do, and who you are. Because at the end of the day, you might have fought in LFA. You might have fought for Anthony Pettis' company. You might have fought for Combat Global. But this is your shot. I mean, you got to really represent your gym, yourself, and what you mean to the sport. So that's what the Dana White Contender Series is about and for. And that's why I'm predicting these fights for you guys. It's because these fights should mean something to these people and to you. But our next fight, we got Tom versus Anais Maluma at featherweight. I probably just butchered those guys' name. So, both of these guys, again, have a little bit of a similar background. They both have really good striking, decent ground game, I should say. But out of the two, the striking-wise, I probably would lean towards more of Tom than anything. The ground game, that would go to Anais. So I think Anais is somebody that we all need to be on the lookout for. I think he's someone that's very entertaining. He's putting on a hell of a fight for everybody. And I think this is his time. I think this is his shot to show everybody that we should be watching him and we should have him in the UFC. And the featherweight division does need him. So I'm going to pick Anais via decision. We're going to go unanimous decision on that one. Now, our third fight on the card, we have Bilal Hassan versus Midril Sakia at flyweight. Now, flyweight division, when we talk about that division, we're talking about some fast-paced fights, the hand speed, the quick knockouts, the quickness, speed, and the fast pace of the fight. Remember those things. So, we got both MMA fighters here. We got striking, and we got a little bit of ground game, more on Madril's side. And, well, no. I take that back. That's Bilal. Bilal is more of the ground game, because looking at my notes, Madril doesn't really have, he doesn't play that ground game as much as he should. He has decent takedown defense sometimes in his fights. He's just, it's just certain things he needs to work on, because I feel like there's a lot of times he could switch to the ground and he just doesn't because he hesitates. I think Bilal doesn't hesitate. I think he's very quick. I think he's very much on his timing. I think he's very much going to find his openings. So, with that being said, I'm going to pick Bilal Hassan via KO in the second round. We'll go with that. But now, our co-main event, we got Fabricio Escarreja versus Abe at lightweight. Now, if I pronounce these names wrong, I'm so sorry, but I'm doing my best. So, we got a lightweight fight. We got a striker versus MMA fighter. Now, with Fabricio, he does have some takedowns. He's got the outside leg trip. Abe does have his sacrifice throws and the outside leg trip. However, he's decent on the feet, kind of, but I would pick more of Fabricio. Fabricio is a lot quicker. He's a lot faster. When he connects, it's lights out. And plus, I think Abe is going to get a reality check, and I think he's going to be humbled really quick by Fabricio. So I'm going to pick Fabricio by knockout in the second round. We'll go with that. But now, the two fighters headlining the first week of the Dana White Contender Series is a heavyweight fight. We got Anthony Wint versus Matt Adams, striker versus striker, mostly. Now, Matt doesn't have any takedown defense. He sucks at the ground. Like, his last fight, from what I watched, it looked like he didn't know how to defend a takedown, which is not good. Because even being the heavyweight division has changed so much in the last 10, 15 years. A lot of the guys are shooting now. A lot of the guys are able to switch to the ground. As much as the heavyweight division is known for quick knockouts, some of these guys actually go to the ground. So you need to be aware of that. However, Anthony Wint, he does more. It's more of timing for him. He's finally able to find his openings. He's very patient. His striking does the talking. So, if I have to pick anybody, I think I'm going to pick Anthony Wint. Just because I don't think Matt Adams has what it really takes to be in the UFC. I think if he were to fight somebody in the UFC, whether it's the top 15 or the top 20, I don't think he would make it. I don't think he could really get the job done. I'm sorry. So I'm going to pick Anthony Wint via TKO in the first or second round. But you guys can let me know who you're picking for the fights this week for the Dana White Contender Series. Remember, I'm your host, Sophia. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell so you never ever miss another episode. And also remember, I am sponsored by Hayabusa. You guys can get your gear from them, all your fight gear, and use my code SOPHIA and save 10% on your next order. And also, too, if you're not following the Spotify channel and the Millions streaming channel, you need to now. Because this Saturday for UFC 330, I will be doing a UFC watch party on my Millions streaming channel. The link is in the bio of the video. All the social media, all the channels are in the bio of the video. So make sure you go follow all of them. And also, too, I will see you guys Friday for another predictions episode. But for now, goodbye, guys.
Take this job and shovel it.
Yeah.